In this video, I am going to share the algorithm for merging two sorted arrays. So here we have two input arrays, and as you can see, each array is already sorted. Now we have to combine these two arrays into one single output array. So the easiest way to do this is traverse each of these arrays, combine them together and sort them. We can use the inbuilt array sorting method, but that is not what the interviewers expect you to do. So here I am going to show you how we can do this merging of two arrays into combined into one sorted array with a different algorithm. So here the first element of these two arrays are compared, and the lowest element will be added to the output array. So here 1 is less than 5, so we are going to add this element 1 from array B to the merged array, and we will be incrementing the cursor or pointer or index to the next position. So let's say here we say the index is I, and here we have the index as j. So we will increment j here. So j will be 1. So now I is still here. So now this element 4 is again compared with 5. 4 is less than 5. So we move 4 to the output array, and we increment the index j to the next position, and I is still in the first position. So now we compare the numbers 5 and 6. So now 5 is less than 6. So we are going to move 5 from array A to the output array, and we are going to move the pointer to the next position. So now 8 and 6 are compared. 6 is less than 8, so we move 6 to the output array, and we move the index to the next position for j. So now 7 and 8 are compared, so we move 7 from array B to the output array, and we move the index by 1. So now 8 and 12 are compared. 8 is less than 12, so we move 8 from array A to the output array, and we move the index to the next position. So now we compare 9 and 12. 9 is less than 12, so we move 9, and we move the index of array A. So now 12 and 13 are compared, and we move 12 to the output array, and we move the index of array B to the next position. And now 13 and 21 are compared, so we move 31 from array A to the output array, and we move the index I to the next position. So now 15 and 21 are compared, so we move 15 from array A, so we move the index to the next position. Now 20 and 21 are compared, so 20 is less than 21, so we move 20, and at this point we cannot move the index to the next position because it reached the end of array A. So we still have two more elements from array B to move to the output array. So in this case we take these two elements, traverse them, and we just move the index and traverse them and move them to the output array. So this is the logic for merging two sorted arrays. Let's see how to merge two sorted arrays into one single output array using Java. So as you can see, I already created a class for merge arrays, and I have a small documentation available where I'm accepting two input arrays A and B, and the combined array is going to be this output array. So for this, I'm going to start with the main method. And I'm going to accept two input arrays. So I'm going to take these two input arrays and I'm going to have an output array which is going to be the output of this method merge arrays, where I'm going to pass these two arrays A and B as parameters to this merge array method. So now let's start writing this function: private static void int array and merge arrays in the array of A. So we accepted those two input arrays, and we are going to have an output array which is going to be new int of a dot length plus b dot length, and we are going to declare three variables: for I for traversing the input array A, and j for traversing the array B, and k for traversing the output array. So now we are going to traverse the input arrays A and B. So we are going to loop until it reaches the end of any one array. So while I is less than a dot length and b is less than j is less than b dot length, we are going to compare the first two elements from the array A and B. So if a of I is less than b of j, then we are going to move a of I to the output array, since that is lesser, and since we moved from array A, we are going to increment that pointer or index. Else if b of j is less than a of I, then we are going to move that element from B to the output array, and since we moved the element from B, we are going to increment that pointer. Else if both the elements are same, then we are going to move that element to the output array only once, any one element, but it depends. If the interviewer wants you to add both the elements, then you can increment the pointers accordingly. You can push both the elements, and since we are going both the elements are present in both the arrays, we are going to increment both the cursors or pointers. So now we moved those elements to the output array, so we are going to increment that pointer by 1. So this loop will continue until it reaches at the end of any one of the arrays. And now if it reaches the end of array A, then we have to push all the elements from array B to the output array. Or if it reaches the end of array B, we should push all the remaining elements from array A to the output array. So for that, we are going to have another loop. So we are going to check if I is still less than A dot length, which means A still has some elements to be moved to the output array. So we are going to have output k equal to A of I and increment both I and k. Similarly, we are going to check if j is less than b dot length, which means b still have some elements to be moved to the output array. So we are going to move this b of j and increment both the indexes. And since we are having the return type as int array, so we are going to return this merge sorted array output array. And now let's go back to the main method and add a print statement to verify our logic. Merged array is arrays dot toString of output array. Now let's run this program to quickly check if our logic works fine. So let me zoom in here. So as you can see, the merged array is the combination of these two arrays together, and it is sorted 1, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 12, 13, 15, 20, 21, 35. Thanks for watching. Bye.